Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm kind of like a visual person too. So it's like, hey Josh. I got Josh on here on YouTube, guys. Jeremy said hi. We're on TikTok too. Okay, go ahead. Mm-hmm. We're talking about credit. Mm-hmm. Go. Mm-hmm. Hey Dee. 3 to 5 days before it's reported. Okay, hold on. Closing statement date. You need to know closing statement date. And what is it known as? Call to find out what your closing statement date is for your credit card. Okay, that's on the bill. No, I don't know. And then there's a report date. Okay, so closing statement date is on the bill. Okay. And that's the you said psycho with a C or FICO? Okay, psycho. Okay. And then so you said closing a statement date, and what was the other date? A report date and a due date. Okay. So now how do we work these dates? The closing statement date, what do we do? The closing statement date. Okay, bring to a small balance. Before. Okay, before closing date. Okay. Hey, Daniel. Okay, so once you get the report date, don't use. All right, so, okay. So you're going to pay the balance down a little bit, close to like 3 to 4 days before your closing statement date. Then you're going to see your reported date, right? And how do you find out your report date? Okay. Credit Karma. Okay, what they reported. And then once you see the date that the credit card company has reported to the credit bureau, then what are we doing with the due dates? Then this is when you pay off. Okay. Wow. I'm gonna say it again. Pay a small. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, no, hold on. But let's say, all right. So let's just use a number. Let's say we have $300. Okay, and on the closing statement date, we have to pay. Um, we have to pay $50. That's how much. Oh, to show a small balance. Okay, but you know how they say this is how much is due. Okay, so then let's say we pay a couple days before your closing statement date, you pay $250. So then you're left with a balance of 50. Then you will get in contact with Karma Credit, or okay, go find out what they reported as a due date. Okay, and say it again. Report date. Report date. Okay, report date. And then from there, when you see your due date, so when do you see a due date? That's going to be on the bill. Okay, so the due date, they may have $35, $50, that, right? However, it's only going to, say it again. Right. Okay. Okay, because they're going to report that I paid 250. So now for the due date, they're going to give me a payment for the $50. Okay. All right. So then I'll be paying $50, and and that's paying that balance of $300 that I use for my credit card. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Okay, every week. But everybody that can't do that every week. That's a good idea. Oh, it kicked you off. You're coming back. You're going to request to come back. Tony, you can. There go Adrian, guys. Did y'all see Adrian? Oh my gosh. Adrian, you want to invite? You want to come in? April Purple, you want to join? Oh my gosh. This is like old times. Tony, you coming back? And Janine said, what if you pay off the whole balance during the closing statement date, Janine? Oh, awesome. Josh said he'll have 8,000 subscribers next week. Go, Josh. Oh, with Meridian. Yes. Yeah. Oh, I'm so proud of Meridian. I am so proud of her. Oh my gosh, she's doing so well. Janine, are you talking about paying off the balance on the due date, or paying off the balance on the closing statement date? Congratulations. Hey, Daniel Vasquez. I got to get some more gloves. Which one? The due date, Janine? Yes or no? Because I know you're driving. You want to join, Adrian? Oh, wait a minute. I do see a request here. Okay. Here come Adrian. Okay. Ah! Oh my gosh. Hey, oh my God. This is like old times. This is so crazy. Oh, both. So Janine said both. She's saying, what if you paid the balance off on the closing due date, uh, as well as if you also, or if you pay it off on the no, sorry. What if you pay it off on the closing statement date, or even pay it off on the due date? Is that still going to give you that point to increase your credit score? Okay, there's no debt showing. Okay. Janine, can you hear him? Because see, the key thing is what Jeremy is by the way, congratulations, Marion. Guys, Marion lost 90 pounds off her. Yes, you remember Marion, right, Adrian? Josh's wife. Uh huh. And he's going to have 8,000 subscribers on he and hey Jennifer, how are you? On he and Marion's channel. She went through some health scares, really, and it was all recorded, and she's doing so well. She looks so beautiful. Oh my gosh, she just looks so much better, much happier, and everything. Oh, I'm talking to Jeremy, Adrian, and Saray on TikTok. I'm on TikTok Live too. We're talking about credit reports and how to understand credit cards and things of that nature. Yes, I can hear you, Michelle. I just left TikTok. Oh, okay. So Jeremy was saying, say it again, Jeremy. I'm sorry.
And it's true. Based on debt. That's why when you pay off your student loan, pay off your mortgage, your score does not care about that. Your score is going to drop because there's nothing reporting. It's going to be going up after you pay it off, but very short amount of time because you have no future payments. So once it's out, that's why your score drops after that. Because there's nothing showing. Even though, okay, that's why with the FICO score, it doesn't care if you get promoted, it doesn't care if you get bonuses, or if you graduated college, whatever. It doesn't care about that. It only cares about to the lenders of how you manage debt. When you pay everything off, guess what? That debt is gone. So your FICO is going to go down because there's nothing reporting of that debt. Okay? That's the thing. So that's the credit card. You have to show a little bit of a balance to show you have a debt there because it's basically a formula. So that's why. I know FICO doesn't say it like that. But that is how I see it because they want something showing to report that you're paying that balance. When it's zero and you're paying that all off before it reports, there's nothing there. And they're going to be looking at it like, okay, well, it's zero. And when we report zero, it just doesn't, it's not going to, it's not going to hurt your score, but it won't improve your score. If you want those extra points, you have to leave a small balance to report.
Wow.
To get those extra points.
Okay, Jeremy, this is what Janine was saying. This is what she was understanding.
Exactly.
I haven't talked to Joe in a while. I miss him so much. I really would like to see him again for sure. So Janine said, well, for what she understood, once she paid off her student loan, she would have no more bills. So she was expecting that her credit score will go up.
It's only going to go, okay. So when after you pay your student loans, right? It's only going to, it will go up when you pay it off, but only for a certain amount of time. Because again, there's no debt under that anymore because you already paid the debt off. So once the debt is gone, the FICO score is going to go down from that over time because there's nothing reporting unless you have other things reporting. But the student loan, once that's paid off, that's going to be eventually off the credit report, and then there will be nothing there to show paying that because that's what it's about, payment history. You already paid your student debt. There's no payment history of that because it's all done. So your score will take a hit on it. After a while, it will go down because that's no longer showing on the report.
Isn't that something? Isn't that something? And because a lot of people, I recall them saying, "Oh, I want to pay my credit card off. I want to pay my credit card off." So I won't have the debt.
It's a good thing to do that. Yeah, I understand that. And it's a good thing. We want people to be debt free. That's the main thing. But see, the credit score FICO doesn't care about that. This is why they're calling it a debt score. Because it's based on that. Just the more debt you have, yes, the payment history of your debt. Think about this. It's not like it's any of your like other bills and stuff that doesn't report to the credit bureau because it's not debt. If only debt bills gets reported to FICO.
Say that again. Only debt
bills, so your mortgage, car loans, any type of loans that you borrow, anything you borrow, basically, borrow money from banks and creditors and lenders, that is what gets reported to FICO. Once you are done paying everything off and everything off that, FICO will drop your score because nothing is reported. Does that make sense?
That's crazy, man.
Because there's nothing there. Because how can they give you a score grade if it's not going to be reported for future?
Right. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So Josh said his credit score is 640, but I don't care about medical bills.
Oh, see, that's another one. And I
don't have it.
Well, they said they would take it off the FICO, and because the medical is hurting everybody.
Yeah, it is.
And I thought they were going to work on something with that. I think they said to a certain amount, but I agree with you guys. I don't think medical bill, because medical is way outrageous. I don't think that should be an affecting to the FICO.
Yeah,
you know?
I agree.
I don't even understand that. Even listen to this. Even the FICO score determines whether or not an employer will hire you. That is ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah, certain jobs they do. They pull your credit to see if
it's just insane.
Yeah,
it's none of their business.
They do. Insurance companies, if you're going to be an insurance agent, certain companies will pull your credit to see how well you are. Finance companies, because they want to know, make sure you know how to. In order to be an effective financial agent, they want to make sure you have your stuff in order. You know, even working with the federal government, certain things that they look at to make sure that your finances are in order.
And listen to this, because we had one client that needed help with credit. Sometimes, okay, you guys know about authorized users, right? So, but some people may not have authorized users, okay? So what they do is, I always tell people, well, to get credit, you have to pay for credit. So you have to get a secured loan or a secure credit card. Well, a secure credit card would be the best route, right? Because it would go longer. That's why it's good to have credit. Now, listen to this. Now, okay, let me say this, Janine. Like I said, with the mortgages and the student loan, when you pay that off, this is why credit cards are the most important thing to have, because that keeps the credit score going. And it will double it because it has the payment history and creditization in the credit history, which is 80% of your score. And that's why it really raises, the longer you have those credit cards, the higher the score will be. As long as it's a well-managed card, because that thing can last for a lifetime, as long as the account's open, right? But see, with installment loans, it's not like that. Because again, once it falls off, which eventually will happen when you pay everything off, it will eventually fall off the credit report, and then there's nothing reporting. Chelle, you're getting a lot. Sorry, Chelle.
Huh?
Getting a lot of hearts here.
By the way,
you guys get hearts.
By the way, this is Jennifer Lee. She's we follow each other here on TikTok. She is an awesome lady. So yeah, she's a great supporter. So you guys, she's a very positive, full of love and light individual. She's not about the drama, anything of that nature. So if you want to follow her, feel free. And everyone who's on here, feel free to follow the individuals who are in the boxes. These are good, positive people. I only vibe with positive people. People who are not about the drama. We're about the love. We're about, community building and supporting one another, encouraging one another. And Jennifer, these are individuals who have been with me since 2016 on my YouTube channel. And I have others on my other YouTube, on YouTube now, that are chatting as well. And we just different people. We're all individuals We're our own
Yes.
individual, but we come together collectively. We just came together, and we've been together for
Uh-huh.
all these years, and through ups and downs, and whew, we've been through a lot together, and we try to be
Yes.
there for each other as much as we can as we live through our lives, you know. So feel free to reach out to one another, and my camera is crooked here for the YouTube thing. I'm trying to straighten it up. So yeah, so feel free to reach out to each other. But Jeremy, I mean, let me tell you, you are sharing some great information. Um,
Thank you.
those who are on YouTube, if you have a TikTok, you can come over to TikTok. Jeremy is sharing some great information. He has been certified as a financial advisor, and he's
More
sharing
like
some.
a
I'm sorry. Go
coach,
ahead.
because I can't do the advising part because
I
I
mean,
can't
that's
do
right.
like
Not advisor. Not advisor. A financial. What is it? What do you?
coach.
Coach. Financial coach. I made a mistake and said advisor. He said financial coach. Okay, so yeah. So if
Not
you
yet.
are
I gotta
on
get that
Tik,
Series 65 license and really be certified to be advisor. Right now, I am a member of the AFCPE, and that is the member. But I was certified through the other company. It's one of the online schools. I keep forgetting what it is, but I'll let you guys know.
what
But yeah,
GMP, something like that. The certification came from.
I definitely do know financial knowledge, and yeah, and this is really important because again, there's a lot of misinformation on
It
here,
is.
and that's why I was saying that there's no people try to find credit score hacks and stuff like that, and make it fast to build up. You can't. I'm sorry. It's not like you're gonna go from a 500 to 800 in a month's time. You know, I'm sorry. It just doesn't work like that. That's not how FICO works.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
It will take time. And I'm going to say this. It will take time. Even if you get your collections off and stuff, it will still take time to improve the credit score. So I would just say keep doing what you're doing to improve the credit score because things do take time.
Yeah. 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 It
Because
does.
like I said, it's not guaranteed that they're going to remove it. Sometimes they'll say they remove it, but it's not always guaranteed. Not always guaranteed. Key word. Not always going to be guaranteed to remove. It's just, I'm sorry, it is what it is with the credit score.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and again, there's different scoring models and stuff like that. So just, and depending on that situation, like the FICO 2, FICO 4, 5, 8, depending on what it is, and the oldest scoring models, the report could still be on there because they would have to be individually too, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I'm explaining why that is. That's why.
Wow. So by paying off your debt, it can be a negative because now there's nothing to monitor to see how well you are actually doing.
The only way is with a credit card. That's why credit cards are more for credit score.
Wow.
Because, and like things like I said, like car loans, student loans, mortgages, we have that type of installment loans because there's two types of loans. You have installment and revolving. So the installment loans, that's only there for the longer period of what your term is.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a 30-year term on your house, mortgage term, then it's going to, those 30 years will be employed. But then after that, yes, it's exciting to pay off your house. And you know what? And listen, I don't recommend people doing 30 years of paying your house off. If you can pay your house off early, do it. I encourage you people to pay it off faster and pay it off quicker.
Yeah, see, I signed for 30, but I was paying it off in 15.
Listen, perfect. I give you props. Yeah. That's an encouragement. Yes, you want to pay it off as fast because you don't want that damn debt. You want your house paid off.
Right. But then you got to, here in Baltimore, you got to make sure your utility bills, especially water bills, paid up.
Of course, you have other bills,
because
yes, like that, and insurances.
Right, because they can take your house for a water bill. Okay.
Which is crazy. Mm-hmm. It's your land. Yeah.
Well, no, see, it's not my land. I'm working to buy it. And that's a process. So I'm working to buy the land. So even if someone else has to buy the house, whatever they build on the land, they will have to pay me still. But I'll just pass it on in the family. But
Okay.
I'm working on that. That's why I know that I need to plan. I need to work on bringing in a better income
Right.
to take care of the things that I already have, to
Exactly.
maintain them, and then to be able to stretch that so I can do more with what I already have. You know,
That makes sense. No,
I'm not the type person who goes out with the glitz and the glamour and the, you know, where, okay, in other words,
yeah.
where you see people who look like me with the hair, the lashes, the nails, you know, the BBLs, the implants. I'm not that type of person. I'm considered a
Right.
plain Jane. Always been that way. My key thing is quality, not so much the
Yes.
flashy. Give me quality. Quality is for
Yes.
the way I look at it is the lasting part of things. Um,
Right.
so when it comes to shoes, I want comfort. It's not about the beauty. It's not about the brand. Give me the comfort. If it's
Because of the
clothing,
last
give
one.
me
Right. Exactly.
right. Give me comfort. You
Yes.
know, things of that nature.
Totally.
So that's not where my money goes. My money goes into my bills, into my responsibility, and
Exactly. Yeah.
the bills that I have is what I will have as long as I'm here on earth. You know, and
Right.
I believe in every state. Now, y'all live in different states. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're gonna have taxes on your house. You're gonna always have
Yes.
car insurance if you don't have a car payment. You're always
Right.
gonna have a ground rent unless you pay for your land when you got the house built. You're gonna always have utilities. Is that
Exactly.
correct for everybody?
Yep.
Right. Exactly. Yes.
That's
It's
true for
facts.
you, Adrian, as well,
Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
and Jeremy.
Well, it's facts all the way around. Yes. Absolutely.
Saray, that's the same for you in Chicago?
I'm sure.
Yeah, he's
He
muted.
said yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
So,
we all know everybody. Yes. Because that's just like.
you know,
So yeah.
so that's one of the things. And Janine said she was trying to pay off. Let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna go back up here. She said this is. She said this is confusing to her. Okay, this is confusing because with me knowing about accounting and knowing that once you pay your debt off, you're in the clear. But especially when you have goals such as buying a home, you want to be debt free.
Yes. But
You
FICO
see,
doesn't care.
I don't know if you want to be debt free, but you want your debt to your what is it? The debt to income ratio is a formula. You
That,
don't
that's
want
a but no, the
what
thing
is
is that she's the point of what I'm saying. I'm saying on the FICO report, on the credit report, okay, once you pay off your house, you have to understand that nothing is going to be reported. Anything that's related on the FICO score it's got to go by credit report. Your credit report reflects what's on your credit score. That's what makes the FICO score.
right, right. So
Right.
he's
So
not saying
remember,
like
if you're going to pay everything off, which you should, and we as the people encourage people to pay things off, right? Because you own it when you pay things off. So when you do that, just understand that FICO, it's not going to show payment history anymore. It's no longer there because it's already paid off.
right. So and the FICO score is what the lenders look at to
Yes.
determine
Because
how
it's for you to
much they
borrow
will
money.
right because that is your how well you conducted yourself
Think about this, okay.
with your credit.
Shelley, think about this, and Janine, think of it this way. Why do you have a FICO score? You have a FICO score because you want to borrow money. So why? You keep wanting to borrow money. And that's all it is. Borrow, borrow, borrow. That's all it is. It's not about if a friend, okay, so for example, a friend gave you money as a gift or a family gives you gifts. Does FICO see that? No. FICO doesn't care anything about that. But it's not based on that. It's based on what you want to borrow. That's why they call it a debt score.
Mm-hmm. They call it a debt score.
Can we get a hearts for that? Yes, because it's based really on that. Because everything you do is basically Debt, and even with credit cards, but credit card is, even though you may not be in credit card debt, if you're people that, pay your cards off in full, yes, and recommend people doing that. You must, it's a good idea and recommendation to pay your cards off every month. Don't leave a balance, okay? If you can help, okay? I know things in life happens, and especially now in hard economic times, but just understand, don't rely on credit either. That's another thing. People love to rely on that. That is not something you want to rely on because it's going to hurt you financially down the road. You really don't want to keep relying on that stuff.
Okay, so Janine, because Janine is working on getting her house. So like when I bought my house, what my realtor informed me of was to make sure my debt ratio was not higher than my income. I still had debt. I even had student loan. However, my student loan payment was not to start as of yet. So that was fine. So I still had debt, but I wasn't due to start paying that. So that was okay. And then I also had I had a car payment. And what else? 'Cause I was living with my mom. No, I didn't have a car payment at that time. I didn't have a car payment. So basically, it was a student loan that I had. I think that was. Yeah, that was. Yeah, it was a student loan that I had, but that wasn't due yet. So my debt to income ratio was okay. But that's the main thing. So you can have debt because, like what Jeremy is saying, that FICO score is your debt score. So they want to see some type of debt to see how well responsible you are as an individual who has been given credit.
Exactly.
Right. And then because otherwise you and I are strangers coming through the door and we want $250,000. We want a bank to lend us $250,000, and the only security they have is, they have the legal system backed up behind them. They have our signature, and then they have our FICO history.
Exactly.
To help
That's why
support
history
that.
is important too. Yeah.
I don't want to be a slave to no man.
There you go.
Exactly.
That's enough.
Janine.
That's enough.
Janine, that's where I'm at today. I prefer to be the lender. No.
Thank you. Not a slave
not
to
the
it. You don't want to
borrower.
be you don't want to be
Janine,
the person being handcuffed to the bank's door.
That's what I'm saying. That's where I'm at today in my life. That's where I'm at today in my life. Because I was talking to Jeremy. What was that? Yes. What were we talking? Was it yesterday? Before it was yesterday. And like I said earlier, I have responsibilities. I have bills. Not when I say bills, this is going to be with me as long as I'm here on earth. Even once the house is paid off, even once the car is paid off, I still have car insurance. I still have homeowner insurance. I still have utility bills. I still have maintenance bills. Because you have appliances.
You don't want debt to drag you down like an anchor.
Right. You have central air. You have a furnace. You have a water heater. Those things, you gotta have maintenance on those things. So that's something you have to have. You have a security system. That's not something you pay off and you still get service. You have to pay for the service over and over and over and over and over again. So it's like, and then you want to live too. You want to enjoy life. You want to go places. You want to be able to have decent, healthy food.
Money. You want to have money.
Exactly.
You don't want to keep giving money to the banks. Stop doing that. You want money for yourself. Yeah, it's okay that you're going to take a mortgage out and when you pay over time. But again, you don't want to be, like that person said, you don't want to be a slave lender. You don't want that. You want to make sure you get everything paid off. That way you have your financial freedom. Financial freedom. Mm-hmm. That's what you want. And you're right, Janine. That's what the Bible says. We are supposed to be the lender, not the borrower. Right. But however, we as believers have to set ourselves up to be the lender.
And by doing that, we even have to have a system set up so when we do lend, we don't bottom out, because there are people who will prey on lenders, if you will, especially if you're a so-called believer and you're a lender. Then they, play those little games, and the next you so you got to have stability yourself as an individual, and also be able to lend without being concerned about it coming back. You don't tell that
That's true.
borrower that.
Okay,
You don't tell the borrower that, of course, but you want to be in a
right.
situation that if for some circumstances they are not able to pay you back, you're still good. That's why it's always good. Don't lend money that you can't lose. I don't care if it's
Exactly.
$5, because for one, you're gonna mess up a friendship. So don't lend
Mm-hmm.
money that you can't lose. And
That's
you're
what
right
I'm
about
talking
that.
about. And now I'm a financial coach, not invited, but here's the thing. I can talk a little bit about stock, but I just
You want to
introduction.
call
I
in
want to
here,
say,
TikTok?
when you want to play the stock market, just be very careful. I don't, like I said, I don't recommend it unless you know exactly what you're doing. Get a licensed financial advisor for that one. But also, you got to have some play money to do that, because if you don't, you you can't afford to lose anything. And like I said, in today's economy, very few percent of Americans have play money. Okay, so a lot of Americans don't have play money. They're
Right,
on a very, very tight budget, very tight.
right. It is.
And get this, guys. Compare the banks as a used car salesman. Yeah, that's right. That's the best way I'm going to phrase that. Yes. Okay, show. Yeah.
Hmm.
Be careful with the bankers.
Yeah. See, a lot of people are robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Say it again, Adrian.
I said a lot of us are robbing Peter to pay
Yes.
Paul.
Oh my gosh, all day, all day.
All day. Exactly. That's why I relate them to a used car salesman.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yes,
Okay,
Savage.
and
Yeah, I
remember,
think he moved on. I haven't talked to Dr. Run in a while. Hold on, TT. I do, but it drains my phone. Oh, my username. What is my username? Shall be in me.
who's that?
That's Josh. And then Janine said that's the reason why I do not want to get a house loan, because I don't want to be enslaved to the bank. Then they're done that. Yeah, yeah, around, yeah, and lost your house. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. If they give it, then they
Right.
can take it. And it's like this. You can understand in a sense, because if it was you and you lent someone $300,000, I don't know how much it was, but I'm just saying,
No, right.
and they signed to pay it back, and for what
Oh,
you showed, they can pay it back. However, in the real world, you and I know things happen out of our control that can
Uh-huh.
offset
yeah.
us paying the debt back, but
Listen,
there
that's
are
like a
laws set
co-signer.
into place
That's like a
that it can hurt
co-signer.
us in the end when things happen out of our control. That's what
Yes,
I
and sorry,
understand.
like home signing. Listen, guys, you got to be very careful with that, because whatever affects on their score can affect on yours, and if
Exactly.
they miss a payment, then it'd be on you as well. So
Yeah, yeah,
I advise don't co-sign with anybody unless you can really trust that person. Yeah, but even then, things can happen. Like with authorized users, you got to be very careful. You got to make sure that even if it's a parent with a child or something. Yes, I know a lot of parents have to do that, but you got to really make sure that you have a good credit score and to have your child behind you to do that, and when you're building that up. Because I'm telling you, if anything goes wrong, then that affects your child as well.
yeah.
So
Exactly. It
you
trickles
got to be very
down.
careful.
Yeah, I don't believe in co-signing. I don't mean no
No.
harm to
I
nobody,
don't advise that.
because I do know things do happen, and it can break up a friendship. It can break up a family. I would
Yeah.
Yeah.
try to do my best to assist and help, but
Even
to
so.
be in it for the long haul when it comes to that, no, I can't do it. Savage said that he's trying to get an apartment building with 4 units that can pay off itself and yield a return at least 30% profit monthly. And of course, that's a projection, Savage. You know,
Is that like
because these things do
is that
change.
his condo?
Huh?
Is that what he's doing?
Say it again.
Is that like his condo? Is that what he's doing?
Is that his what now?
Sorry, is that like a condo? Like he's trying to profit from other?
I don't. It's apartment building. You know,
Right.
it's like 4 units in it. It could be.
Yeah.
Well, see, a condo is technically a extra large apartment, if you will. You know.
Just saying like that. Like, you know
Yeah.
how people want to buy complexes and then they'll just rent the other side and they make money that way? Is that what they're trying to do?
Yeah, he's saying like the 4 units can, get a good return back from what he put in there, what he bought it for at like 30% profit monthly. That's great if that projection holds true, you know. But of course, we got the different variants that unseen.
Exactly.
So with things like that, you have to have other things in place to be there as support, just in case that doesn't happen.
Exactly.
It is a high risk, absolutely, Savage,
It
absolutely.
is.
Yeah. Uh huh.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Savage, do you have TikTok? Let's see. A number. I don't have a number, Josh. Yeah, so it's hold on. The drains are bad. Okay, so I told him. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. I have invested in a house. I've been locked out of TikTok. Oh, okay. You've been bananaed. That's the word we got to use on TT. Bananaed. Different lingos for different social medias. Hello. Oh, there go Jeremy right there. Jeremy's on there. Jeremy's on TikTok too. I mean on YouTube. Yeah, so I have a lot of guys. I'm telling you, I have a lot of things I've been thinking about, trying to figure out. I've been looking at this one lady on TikTok, and she was talking about what is it called? What is it?
Please,
Bali.
can I say one thing?
About Bali, how it is to live in Bali, and you can bring your own money, and it's great living. And I'm just trying to have my money work for me. I've been working from home since 2012, and I mean Maryland has always been expensive. I was born and raised here, so I'm used to it. However, my finances have shifted, and I never lost anything, thank God. But I am getting older, and I don't want to have when I get older that I begin to lose stuff. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you can be driving around and you see homeless women in their 60s and 70s, and you be wondering how did that happen?
Yeah.
People sleeping out of their cars at older age, and you be wondering how did that happen?
Yeah, you want to enjoy your golden years.
Yeah, I'm not close to that, but it's a concern. It's here. You know what I mean? It's here. I might not even live to see it. I don't know, but it's in my mind that I want to. I want to change some things now so that in my future it'd be better.
Exactly. That's what you want. Exactly.
Never too late.
Yeah.
Right. And Janine, that's an understatement about the government. How they're having so much issues because the government can't even get their finances in order. Look how much you're spending. They can't even get their stuff in order. Yeah, we keep giving, but it's like, what about this country? This country needs help.
Desperately needs help.
I'm sorry to say that, but it's true. American. I'm sorry, I'm a true American, and yes, this country needs. And I'm sorry, we need terms in the Congress. I'm sorry, we need terms in there. And we need a new fresh start.
Man, I wish. Been a pleasure.
Hard research.
You too, Jennifer. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending time
We need
here.
a reset.
I appreciate it.
Seriously.
Congress,
I
people
appreciate
need
you.
term limits. Not like 10 years.
We do need term limits for sure.
Congress.
There go Josh, guys.
Hi there.
I don't know if he requests to come in or not, because he had something to share. Okay.
Yeah. And that's why some people want to spend like Congress, but it's like that's not a good example. We don't even have a good example in this country much. That's another issue. I hate to say it, you know.
Say it again, Jeremy.
We need better examples in the country. The the role models, and the people they're looking up to, influencers. We don't have good influencers today. Not as much as we used to have. And we need to bring that back.
I'm at a point now, and don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of looking to people to resolve the issue. I'm looking to myself now.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know, it's like, you know, it's crazy. It's
I
just,
get it. I know.
It's just so much with it that you have to carve out an area that you can build and to make things better for yourself. Those who I sent you, I invited you. I invited you. Josh. You know.
Right.
Okay, so Janice said, guys, if y'all don't see me in chat talking too much, it's because I'm driving. Okay. I'm not able to read. Okay, all right, Janine, we understand. When I met Chelle, I was 38, I think, and now you're 40. What did you say? 48? 46? 46. Wow. Oh my gosh, I know. We've been around a long time, I tell you. It's hard to become an influencer. I now do videos on coding and computer science. I remember I watched some of your videos. You're good at that too. I used to cover Uber. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we came from that ride share community, and we all went on our own way too from it too. It is what it is. Okay, we're gonna try it again, Josh. I invited you again. Yeah, so you didn't see it. You should see. It's like a little window that will come up on your phone.
You know, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think a lot of us are like mentally drained over the past few months with a lot of political agenda.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. It's a lot going, and then, with the 2025, it's a lot of fear going on.
Yeah.
We got to be careful how we word things on the TikTok. It's a lot of fear going on. It's a lot of uncertainties. It's confusion. It's a lot. It's a lot. You know.
Uh-huh.
But we have to take one day at a time still.
Yeah.
We have to take one day at a time and still focus and still maintain. The world has not yet ended. We still have to live as if it's going to be another day. You know?
That's cool.
We have to still save up. We got to still work. We got to still do everything that we have been doing and continue to do until we can't no more. And we can't lose focus on our loved ones, those who are right in our faces. We cannot ignore them. We still speak, still hug, still talk. Have that communication and not be so bogged down with what's going on the news and all around us, and forget. Okay, hey, well, hold on. I have a family member here. I have a mother, a father, sister, brother. Loved ones, a spouse. Right here in my face.
And like, no matter what the outcome is going to be with this,
Mm-hmm.
thing happening in the next couple of weeks,
right?
We still have to just go about our business and go about our day and wake up, do what we got to do, and just focus on our great higher power, and just pray no matter what. Yes, because we can't just sit back and just like, well, I guess I'm just my person that didn't get in there, so I'm just gonna just lump and not. You know what I mean? We got to still focus on what we got to do.
Exactly.
It may not turn out to be pretty. Things might get rough, but we just got to thank God every day that we got to go out there with our heads held high.
That's right. Like Savage said, the president does not determine your destiny, and that's so true.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so
true.
Welcome, Josh. You made it.
Hi, Joshua.
Hi, Josh.
How you guys doing?
We're doing well. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Adrian. Do you have anything else to say?
I'm sorry?
I was talking to Adrian, asking him if he had anything else to say before you were to say something.
Oh, no. It's just like I've seen just a lot of, stuff on here and just in general. And I'm ready for it to be over with. But, I'm also prepared for the good and the bad that's going to come out of this situation that's going to happen the next couple of weeks. And so, I'm just going to just pray and be at peace and not let things drag me in an emotional state.
You said a mouthful right there, Adrian. You said a mouthful. Yeah. A lot of people right now are so depressed. Some of them are planning to unalive not only themselves, but their entire family.
Right.
And it's sad. Hey, Blue True, how are you? Oh my God, don't worry, Sir Adrian, just vote early. Blue True said that. Oh, it's good to see you. And Savage said the people who yap about politics are normally the same people who make the most excuses. Okay. And then Janine said, "Is Jeremy telling the truth about the leadership? We don't have anybody good candidates in the presidency. Nobody is worth being the president. The candidates that we have now." Okay. I live in Washington State. Oh, you're in Washington State now? So you already know who I'm voting for. Okay. I declare, Savage. Okay. Yeah, so it's a lot of people. Thank you, lady. Oh, you're welcome. Good to see you too. I tell you, we've been through some things, haven't we? I tell you, I was sometimes when I'm not on here, I'm just thinking about the different things that has happened recently in the past, and we lost Teresa, we lost Frank, and we lost Mandy. She was one of the first part of the crew that we missed.
Yeah.
And it just like, oh my gosh, and I said, I want to turn that around, and I don't want that video to be the last video on my channel. I want, coming together, because we're still here. And we all have love to share. We still have things we can talk about. We're still here. We can still be there for one another as much as we can. So yeah, I declare, exactly, absolutely. So I was like, let me get back on here and do what I have to do here, for sure.
Hello, dears.
Exactly. There you go. There's the dears. How are you, Josh? What's going on?
I'm working now. I work for Meridian.
You work for Meridian? Oh, so you're the caregiver.
Yes, and it's been fun. I've been employed for a couple of months now, 3 months or so. I work every day, 2 hours a day.
Okay.
So it's not like an 8-hour shift and you have to wear a uniform. I just sit around, do nothing. No, but I do help her. I get a little cash every week. So
that's a good deal, isn't it, for that to be your wife, right?
Right.
I mean, I'm already trained to do it, but I am certified CPR, and
I got everything that I need to have for being a healthcare provider. So.
Oh, that's good.
Awesome.
That's good.
Awesome.
And she lost the weight, but I gained it. So she gave it all to me.
No, Josh, you didn't gain your weight back. Come on.
I was 240, and I gained about 20 pounds back.
Oh, I remember when we first met on Uberman Tampa's live, and I think you said your grandfather was going to give you some money if you lost, I think, 20 pounds. Correct me if I'm wrong.
If I got down to 210.
Yeah. So how much? Well, you don't have to tell me how much it was, but yeah.
Agent says no. Please tell me.
No, that's okay. I don't want to say it's all right. But and then I remember he thought I was hitting on him, guys. He thought I was hitting on him because I was talking about how his hair, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
I used to mess with my hair all the time. Like, look at my hair. I was very picky about it. I was like, oh, it's so perfect. And she's like, you always say about your hair first.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. Thank you, niece. Thank you so much.
My grandpa passed away last year.
I remember I saw the video, and again, my condolences.
Yeah, so I lost that connection. But there's still my folks are still gonna continue with those plans that he already had in place.
For you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And towards the end of his life, he also offered Meridian the same amount.
Well, that's nice.
He would be very proud of her right now because I got her on the, out there and walking and doing and throwing up more. Mm-hmm. So.
That's good. That is awesome.
Yeah, that's good. That is good, though.
She looks wonderful.
Have that encouragement too.
Yeah, you need that. You need that support.
She had a seizure in May, and I almost thought I was going to lose her, but I saved her life. And since June 2nd, since she's been home with me, yeah, we've worked on 90 pounds gone.
How did you save her life? What do you mean?
Because something was wrong when I first noticed that she wasn't speaking to me. She had the seizures while she was sleeping and would wake up mute. Something was wrong, and so I had EMS take her, and I did a lot of videos on it, and it was just the whole month of May when she was in the hospital and rehab. I was there every day, never missed. Even though it was kind of costly for the parking, but let's move on. So, so I was already a caregiver for a very long time. And now it's official that I'm employed with a company because they offered her to have somebody every day to come in and work with her. And Marion said, well, Josh is already halfway there. He knows what to do. He knows all about me. I'd rather have him work for me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How is one going to say no to a job? I said, sure.
Yeah.
When do I start?
And then you know what I mean? You're the husband, so, and like she said, she's there. You're there.
She used air quotes, everyone.
Huh?
I said she used air quotes.
Yeah. So, so that's understandable. And that's awesome. That's a good thing. A lot of people don't know that. They don't know that when it comes to spouses and even children with their parents. They can be that caregiver, and they can get paid for that, to be there, to be that caregiver. Janine was also saying that to say about loved ones, that she has lost so many loved ones within the past year or two, until it's like she's numbed of the fact of the unaliveness of the process of that. Yeah,
I lost my youngest brother in December of 21. He was 35.
Oh wow, he was young.
He had seizures that caused a heart attack.
Oh wow. He
gave up on he gave up on his meds a week or two before.
Oh my.
It wasn't a suicide or nothing. It was a heart attack.
Okay.
He had a full-time job, 2 kids. Now his kids, his youngest son will only know him by pictures.
Oh, because they never had that. Didn't know it. Oh, how old are the sons then? They're that young?
One is 10, and the other one's 3.
Oh wow. Well, 10-year-old might not remember. Well, may
Well,
remember.
the 10-year-old is the 10-year-old found out Daddy wasn't moving when they were playing hide and go seek in the house.
No way.
Yep.
Oh, that's terrible.
And what sucks even worse, I got a job that same day he passed that evening. So how can you celebrate at all? How can you be happy? You just don't know when God's ready to take you, and that's just...
Yeah, you don't know. Yeah, that was a bittersweet moment.
I went to grief counseling at a church to help me get through that one. That's my own flesh and blood right there.
Yeah, absolutely. See that when you say that's how I live. Because I don't know when people time and my time is up. I treat people in ways that, one, I won't have to grieve in the terms of sadness of I didn't tell him this, I didn't do this, you know what I mean? I wish I would have said this, I wish I would have did this. I let them know how much I love them and what I can do. I do for them while I can, because I don't know when that time is. So I try not to. Matter of fact, I don't get wrapped up into the arguments, the you know, all the craziness that can break up family and friends and situations. I tend to, of course, with God's help, to let those things go, because the very day that you have an argument with someone and you call them a name that you know you didn't want to call them, or you say something that you know you didn't mean, can be the very day, that's it.
Since one doesn't get on here but once a year, wink, wink. I do have some lighter notes to share.
Okay.
Not only has Meridian lost the weight, she's also been traveling with me a lot.
I saw some pictures, yes.
Oh, you did?
I did, yes.
Yeah, we've been to probably about 12 different places in 2 years.
12?
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, okay. And Janine said, I just lost my oldest brother back in July, and I lost my father last year. No parent. Oh, wow, you have 2 siblings left. See, yeah. It's
See,
real.
my brother was the youngest of 7 boys.
He was the youngest of 7?
Yeah. Yeah. I was the fat one. I was the first one in out of 7.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the youngest, yeah.
Yeah.
But now we're all in our 40s and, if you will, air quotes, married. So.
Right. Right.
But yeah, everything's going pretty well. You can't really move on through deaths, but having lost my brother and grandpa, that just almost choked me. Like I saw my grandpa pass away in the hospital, and I didn't cry. I took it a different way with grieving. And I kind of just walked out and left and came back home and just didn't want to talk to anybody. And they all understood.
Yeah, everybody grieves differently, and it can take longer. You don't put a time on grieving.
No, you don't.
You know.
I did tell him I loved him before he passed, because he was laying there with a couple tubes in his throat and everything. He lost his voice. He had myasthenia gravis.
Swelling of something, what?
I'm sorry?
Swelling of something?
I don't know. We have to look it up.
Okay.
But my grandpa was the greatest. Like, just not just financially, he was just awesome.
Yeah.
I could share anything with him.
Oh. So
But
he wasn't
Chelle,
only
I
just a
have
grandfather,
changed. I'm
he was
a new
friend
man.
too. He was a friend too, you know? He wasn't just a grandfather.
I'm a new man. I've changed. I've done very, very well.
I can tell it in your voice, in the pattern and things. It's a little different there, which is awesome.
No more fart jokes. Everything's good and clean. Adrian says, really? He says, I missed that.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, okay.
But no, lots of things have changed in my life. I'm not a criminal anymore. I've moved on from that. You know, just, you can laugh. Go ahead. No, but she's like, tell the world. So.
You gave up your criminal ways.
Yeah, I've been about 16 years now clean.
Good. That's good. That's a good thing.
But we're having a blast. Our I can't say our lives are great, but we're doing extremely well now.
That's good.
And then trying to travel and get out some kind of helps our, you know, not being bored and having activities and stuff.
Yeah, you love to travel.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I wish you could hold me like that.
Oh, look at the doggy.
There's my
So
baby.
cute.
There's my baby right here.
Yes, her best friend.
Yes, I love her.
So, Chelle,
Yep.
have you stopped doing the YMCA stuff or whatever?
So what you trying to say? I look like I gained weight? What you trying to say, Josh?
No.
Wait, no,
I've seen your videos.
Josh.
You look great.
Josh, what you trying to say, Josh? Say it, Josh. What you trying to say? Huh?
No, but I was just wondering. I thought, because I've seen you in the hot tubs and stuff. I thought you were doing something.
No, I still do it. Yep, I still go to LA Fitness. I have my moments, but I still go. I worked up to an hour on the treadmill. So I've done that. And now, and I do 25 minutes on the bike. So now I'm at 30 minutes on the treadmill, 25 on the bike, and then I do weights. I do legs, arms, and chest. So now I'm more into toning. So I won't have fly elbow. Yeah. That's a better way when it comes to
I told you on YouTube, I'm working on more subscribers for my channel, at least getting to 10K.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you. You're monetized now, aren't you?
Yeah, since 21.
That's cool.
Oh, that's good.
That's cool. So you're making some coins there.
Some coins?
Yeah.
I guess that's what it's called.
Yeah, I understand. Because for one, you got to get that 1,000 views, those 1,000 views and stuff, and all that. Uberman Tampa. What did Uberman Tampa say? Hold on, Chico. I thought Uberman Tampa said something. Yeah, Uberman Tampa.
You remember Sean Tuber, correct?
He's on YouTube. He's on TikTok too. No, Savage Science. This is Josh. Josh Yule. Uberman Tampa. He is on TikTok though. He's on here. He has a nighttime video. I mean live. Going to the gym. Yeah, it's fun. I feel much better once I go. It's just getting there sometimes. And but once I get there, I feel great. Oh my gosh, I feel awesome. You know, it's just getting there. But it's a good feeling. Oh, you thought you heard him in the background. Yeah. He was in the chat on YouTube, but I didn't see him come into TikTok. But yeah, he has he has a channel. You need to create another channel for TT Savage. Or have you been bananaed? You know? Ooh, ouch. be careful.
So, Chelle, I have a special guest for you.
You have Meridian?
She's right here.
Hey, Meridian. How are you? You look
Chelle.
You look gorgeous on those videos. How are you doing?
I'm doing much better, thank you.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I love seeing your smile. You have a glow with you now. I said, look at Meridian. Oh my gosh. You've come a long way. I'm so proud of you. And when I heard what happened, when I was watching the video, I was praying for you. And I will come by and see, the different things that you were doing. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I still have tremors from the seizure, but I didn't have any other side effects, luckily.
Yeah. Wow. Thank God that Josh was there, because a lot of times people, you know what I mean, pass on when they have things like that, when they're by themselves and no one's there, and they could have, their life could have been saved if someone was there. So that was a blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really good.
Okay. Sorry, can I say one thing?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
I missed that.
Say it again.
Credit company.
Oh yeah.
FICO credit score.
Yeah.
Yes, there are more credit bureaus. Understand, like the Innovis is the fourth one. The thing is that to get your credit score is from Equifax, Experience, and TransUnion.
Okay.
Innovis is more like credit reporting, more in depth too. Like banks would use it further in depth, or other companies that would use it further in depth, like to send you offers and stuff like that. That's usually done by them as well.
Okay, so
but they don't give out like mortgage or educational type of stuff.
Okay. So then it's true about the three major ones.
Yes.
Okay.
But Innovis is the fourth one, but it's focused more on the credit reports.
On the reports.
Other three major bureaus, it's already
instead of the credit score, where the credit score focused on are the three: TransUnion, Equifax, and
And then the one more thing, I want to announce this. What I was telling you yesterday is, you guys can check once a year to check, but now they're doing it weekly basis. You can check that on annualcreditreport.com. Okay, and yes, and that is really the only site that provides stuff like that. Or you can check your credit report.
You say annualcreditreport.com?
Yes.
And you can do that every week now?
No. It's on a weekly basis at the moment. It's after COVID.
Okay.
Yeah, they've been doing it a weekly thing just to make sure that, because with a lot of scams going on and stuff, they want to make sure that everybody can check their credit report.
Which makes sense. And then this is almost as close to the holiday time too.
Yeah. Exactly. Right.
So you got to be careful with that.
That's the only site, and I have to stress that enough, because there's no other sites that offer like this.
So, but you can go to, but if you go to annualcreditreport.com.
If you want accurate reports.
Okay, it's accurate report down. Will it give you all three and at one place, or do I still have to?
Yes, it's from the three credit bureaus.
Oh, so you can just go there and then get all three.
Yeah, so basically you go one from each. So they'll go into Equifax and TransUnion and then Experian, and then you can get it. And then they'll show you. But the only thing they will not show you, you might have to charge a fee to get the score. You can't. They won't give you the score.
Okay, so they'll just show you the different creditors on there.
Right. I think the score is for a fee though.
Say it again.
Yeah. If you want the score, there's a fee on it.
Okay, you don't know how much
$20.
Oh, it's $20?
Is it $20?
I don't know. I think last time I saw it was $19.99 for a year or something like that.
So
for annualcreditreport.com?
Yeah.
You can check it once a year for free, but then if you want to do any other results or any other searching on your credit, they'll charge you.
Oh, wow. I knew about you can get a free credit report from all three once a year.
That's the annual credit report. But now they're doing a weekly base.
Right. So that's what Jeremy was saying. Since COVID, you can do a weekly base, and it's supposed to be free. So
all the scams and stuff that's going on, and the hardship that people are going through.
Right. So maybe y'all check that out. Maybe it changed since the COVID thing. When the last time you checked it, Josh?
I was ripped off by a stripper, so I don't know.
What?
She was hot though, but I don't care about my credit.
Marion, I know.
Oh man.
Adrian says what?
Poor Marion, I know. Marion probably said, "Gosh, what did you do?"
It's okay. She's not in the room. You're
Oh,
good.
see, okay, But be careful what you say on TikTok. Don't get me bananas. Then I'm gonna have to fun.
No, my credit, I don't really worry about it because I don't have a lot of medical bills and things to really, deal with. So.
But your credit, Jeremy, explain to him how credit works. So you don't know your future. You don't know when you may have to borrow some money, or borrow money to assist you or Marion. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Right. Well, basically, okay. So, what do you see your future like? Are you planning to borrow money in the future?
Maybe, but I see myself in 5 years higher altitudes. Like living elsewhere or other states because I don't like living where I'm at.
Oh, really? Where would you move to?
Your house.
Oh, yeah, right. I'm trying to leave my place. I was thinking about Bali, Indonesia.
Then we'll never see you.
Why you say that?
Because you need hugs. We can't get to you now if you do that.
I declare. That's fair.
Because you've been the sweetest thing in my life.
What happened?
You've been really sweet in my life since I've known you.
Oh, isn't that nice? That's so nice. I declare.
I kind of worry about people that don't show up on YouTube and stuff and don't do their lives anymore. Wink, wink.
I know. Yeah, when you get used to a person and you get a bond and you don't see them, yeah, it does. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that.
I've missed you terribly, and I'm glad you're on.
Yeah, a lot of people have, and they send me messages and stuff. But I'm working towards getting back. I'm just trying to balance everything out. That's all.
You used to be my mentor.
Oh, yeah, I did. I didn't know that.
Because I used to be a troubled soul, and you used to cure me.
Yeah, I would try to help you. Yeah, I would try to help put you in line.
No, honestly, I thought I was going to lose Meridian to death because, it just, they didn't find out anything about what happened, and we were all concerned. I had help from my mother. I had help from pastors and other friends that would show up, and she just wasn't well back then. It really was, man.
Oh, wow.
I would come home and binge eat or cry because I felt like I did nothing.
Yeah, you probably felt hopeless.
Pretty much. I mean, I felt like Eddie Murphy was the Nutty Professor eating sweet stuff and crying at home. It was just really bad. I went every day, just couldn't. I didn't know what was going to go on. Didn't know what was going to. She did 2 weeks at the hospital, 2 weeks in rehab. And then when I brought her home June 2nd, she slammed on getting that weight off.
Oh, you just have to locate your username and password. Oh, okay. You can retrieve that. Information.
Who am I talking to?
Savage. He needs to retrieve his username and password for TikTok. Yeah, you can retrieve it.
What's the dog's name?
Chica.
Sorry?
Chica.
Oh, I thought it was Skittles.
No, this is Chica. It means my girl, always with me.
She loves licking your face.
She loves it. Oh my gosh, she loves giving me kisses.
My mom does that, and I try to tell her to stop.
My best friend's dog, he likes licking my legs.
Does he? Do you have hairy legs?
No, I put lotion on him. He might like the cocoa.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
he
cocoa
likes the
Palmer
cocoa.
lotion.
Yeah.
And he just likes licking both of them.
How is your friend? Is he here now or you don't want to talk about?
No. This is my other friend. I've known for 18 years.
Oh, look, Adrian. She. Oh, okay. Oh no. Okay.
So, Chelle?
Yes.
I am starting to get involved with learning how to speak in Filipino.
Oh, that's awesome. That's Tagalog. Is it the Tagalog?
Tagalog.
The who?
Right.
Oh, okay. So yeah, because you have a lot of Filipino friends.
I do.
Yeah, that would be only respectable for you to do that.
17,000 of them.
Wow, they're very, very supportive of you. I've seen them come on your live and chit chat with you and so on and so forth, and even they support you. So that's only right. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of like Spanish. It has a little bit of Spanish in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of twisted more.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to, I don't know how to really speak it. I just type it out better.
Okay. Yeah.
Because everything I just don't know how to say it. And people say, you know what? Try to speak it like this. Try to say these words. They would give me lists. And I would feel like a country person eating wheat on a porch.
Yeah, whenever, it's something new like that, it can be challenging to learn. It's just, you got to stick with it. That's what they say.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
I was up in your neck of the woods about 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
Not
yeah?
really, but close to it.
Oh, okay.
Not Merlin, but I was in New Jersey.
Oh, you were in New Jersey. Okay. You wasn't
It's below Merlin, right?
Huh?
Yeah.
But yeah. New Jersey is above Merlin.
New Jersey is below.
Yeah.
Janine is in here now. She's in TikTok. I wonder if she's available. She'll let me know.
Hi, Janine.
I'm okay. I got Marion.
You got married? And somebody is giving you guys gifts. So thank you, whoever's giving out gifts there.
Thank you.
I don't know who did it, but thank you. I have to find out. I can find out though. Appreciate it.
I guess
Much
it's
appreciated.
just points.
Hey, Janine, are you available to join or are you still on the road? Tony was here. I guess he's busy doing stuff now because he was on the truck, but they were staying.
So, Chelle, if I come over, you can hold me like that?
No.
Oh.
No.
I was going to bring a cake. We could celebrate.
Okay, 10 minutes. Oh, okay. Look what I just had. Let me tell you. Don't play with me with those sweets.
Oh, no.
I had a balance. I had a balance just enough for these three. And I had that gift card for about, I think, 2 years. And
I live near the headquarters of that Krispy Kreme.
Oh, Krispy Kreme?
Yeah.
Okay. Be careful how you say things on here, Josh.
Yeah, TikTok is very...
yeah, don't let me have to mute you.
Yeah, the headquarters is down here.
Oh, you bought your car in New Jersey? Oh, okay. Awesome. Oh, that's where their headquarters are? That's cool.
Where I am, yeah.
Yeah, I like it. You want to get down? Yeah.
So, yeah, I was in Atlantic City. That's how close we were.
Oh, I've never been there.
It's breathtaking.
Is it really? Oh, wow. Oh, you bought another police car? No way. Oh, my gosh.
Of course, it was free. All these trips I go on were free.
Free?
I know, right, Janine?
How can they be free? Adrian, what did you say?
They're casino related.
I don't know what Janine said in a TikTok comment.
Oh, she said I was in Jersey 2 weeks ago, and she said she'll be free in 10 minutes. Free. So if you go to the casino, it'll be free.
No, here's the deal. I'm not a high roller, but I do get rewards towards trips and cruises.
Oh, okay. I think Uberman Tampa said he booked the cruise. I think it was it Alaska? I have to look at the message again on YouTube. What?
You know, we were hit in Asheville, North Carolina. People over there were hit with Helene.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's devastation.
Yeah, for sure.
All the roads were washed away or broke, and you can't really get anywhere much. And they said it was billions of dollars destroyed.
Wow. Sarah said, "Can I move out to New Jersey and be a Jersey girl?" I don't know where I'm going to move. I don't know. For me, I want peace and quiet. I want vegetation.
California.
And I want
No.
I want.
That's where I would go.
Oh, and Denise said she lives in North Carolina.
That's where my sister is.
I like South Carolina. My grandmother lived there, and she had a lot of land there and houses there. I had an uncle. He lived in a gated community out there. His wife still lives there. They have a beautiful community, acres of land, and they share a pond. I think it's about maybe 10 houses there. I like the space, but I don't think so. Yeah. So I don't know.
Chelle, after we just had this dreaded last hurricane scare, Milton. Oh Lord.
A lot of people
thankfully we didn't get a direct hit, but let me tell you, when we had Helene and then Milton coming here back to back, I was like feeling like, you know what? If you'd asked me 5 years ago, I'm like, nah, I'll stay here. But like, I'm on the 50-50 fence, but you know what? Maybe the best thing to do is time to move about of Florida.
A lot of people are thinking that.
Because like, I can handle the hurricane, but not like how this year was. It was just too much.
So, and you guys didn't get hit?
The hurricane hit it maybe like an hour and a half from us south, but we still got effects from it, like a lot of wind, power outages. Thankfully, we didn't lose officially power, but a lot of people did, and especially on the beaches. A lot of people lost their homes, flooded. So there's a lot of people recovering from this, but this storm really hit too close to home, to where it was like, it was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah.
I was just glad it was over with after the fact, but like, I told a couple of my friends and everyone else, I said, God forbid, if we get another one before this year is up, before this hurricane season's up, I think everyone here is going to go see a psychological therapist.
Okay. Yeah. It's traumatic. I've seen some videos.
But let me tell you, if you know how it is in Florida,
Tampa.
Why would you go
Tampa
buy? But why would you go buy houses to move there?
Adrian,
What was that?
he said, if you know how it is in Florida, why would you go and buy a house there?
If I know what? I'm sorry.
If you know how it is, like how the weather is in Florida, why would you go buy a house there?
And you know they get them floods every year. And you finna relocate. Why would you go relocate in Florida?
Well, now for Adrian, he's a Floridian.
Right? Yeah, I'm born and raised in Florida.
He's born and raised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but I'm saying some people that
wasn't born and raised that moved there. They know how it is. Then when tragedy happened like that, they want to seem like it's so terrible. They weren't expecting this, but you knew what type of weather they have every year.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Hey, I mean, God forbid. I know, a lot of them people, they couldn't afford them flood insurance and stuff like that, and they really not giving it out to homeowners. I mean, I wouldn't take no chance like that at all.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to the people in the chat room. You want to see? Let me let you see. I'll show it to you. These people here in the chat room, you see them?
Yeah, I think that when it comes to relocating.
I can chat with them.
That's right, Janine.
I can chat with them.
How are you?
Stranger to hurricanes too.
Go ahead, Adrian. I'm sorry.
No, I was responding to Janine, like I was saying, at Georgia is no stranger to hurricanes as well.
Yeah. And Janine is born and raised in Georgia, so she know what hurricane season is like. Yeah. Now for me, I wouldn't. Did it pause? I would not move to those particular states that have weather like that because I'm not used to that.
Right.
So yeah. And Savage Scientist said his son is in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I want to move somewhere, but I don't know where. Anybody that's born in the southeast, it goes from Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. And in those particular states, that's the norm. Is that what you're saying? That type weather?
Yeah.
Janine, okay.
And also Texas.
Texas, yeah, that's what Savage Scientist said in Texas also. It's good to see you, Manny. I am him. I like that.
Sometimes in Virginia, but I never seen hurricanes. Well, I think that one time, what was it? Was it Hurricane Sandy? Was when it hit
I
the
remember
upper East
Hurricane
Coast
Sandy, yeah.
years ago? That's the only furthest I've ever seen a hurricane go up that far.
Yeah, Savage just said that it hit New York City.
Yeah. But very rarely they'll get something like that.
And a lot of times, the way the weather is going, a lot of places are getting hit that normally don't get hit. So, because we even had an earthquake here, and I was home, and I thought I was hallucinating. So I went to the door, and I looked outside, and I saw my neighbor, and he was sitting there, and I just went back in the house because I didn't want to look like I was going crazy. Then I said, let me just ask. I said, did you? He's like, yep, I saw the wave throughout the whole block. I said, oh my gosh. And I was like, what am I to do for a situation like that? The best, I could run to the hills, free of the trees and stuff like that. But if the ground opens up, what can you do?
Yeah, and all I know, what you believe in, Stelly, whatever most people here believe, Janine, everyone else, Jeremy, all I know is when these weather changes starts to take place and start happening, it shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to happen. We need to expect more because we're in the last days. These were the telltale signs. We're in the last of the last days. Exactly. So we got to expect these unusual weathers happening.
Exactly. If I was to move, or my motivation for moving to another state, it would be for financial benefits, not for the weather or anything of that nature, because anything can happen anywhere. But that would be my main motivation is to get the best for the money that I have.
Yeah.
Adrian said exactly, Adrian. Janine said exactly, Adrian. We are in the last days. Yeah. And we've been in the last days for a while. And that's even more concerning because we don't know when that pinpoint going to, boom, happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just don't know. You love apples? I do too. I love apples. I love the Red Delicious and the Granny Smiths. Yeah, I do. You know there are 5 types of apples?
I don't know, Chelle, if you saw. I don't know if you sensed it. Janine sensed it. Everyone sensed it. I'm not trying to look up in the sky and be like, is this the day? But it's just, for me, I just think it feels like those times we read in the Bible and Revelations of Jesus coming back. It just feels like we're getting more closer and closer as the months and years come on. I just sense those days are coming sooner than we think. You know what I mean?
It can.
I'm not trying to scare anybody.
Yeah.
But you know.
Well, to be honest, Adrian, I'm not afraid. Because how can I say? For one, we came here to leave here. You know,
that is true.
We came through the human process in order to be on the everlasting side. That's the only way you can get there. That's what I believe. I believe that. People believe how they believe. That's between them and how they believe. So, I'm not afraid. Whenever, I'm not attached to nothing down here that I feel the need that I have to be tied to it or it has to be buried with me. Oh my gosh, whatever. You can have it because it's only beneficial for down here. And then not only that, when you have it down here, it's a responsibility. It's a liability as well. So it can be a burden. Free me. I'm okay. Fine. You know what I mean? It's just that, you need a decent car to get around. You need a home. You need a shelter. You need the warmth. You need somewhere to stay cold from dry from the rain and warmth from the cold. You know what I mean? We need these type different things. But that's only for down here. So when my time is up, I'm not trying to get an extension. Just know I love you guys. I mean, for real, I love you guys. Unconditionally, by the way, okay? And when my time is up, what? See you later.
As much as Chelle, you love your mom.
Yeah.
Well, I love my mom. We love our family. It's like if we had a glimpse, if God just gave us a glimpse of a minute in heaven, we're gonna look at God and be like, "Can I stay? I don't want to go
back." Hello. I am him said absolutely, yeah. And Denise said God said He will take care of His own children. I am a witness. Exactly. Same here, Janine. Through it all. And Josh said we broke the wine and served bread at our communion. Okay. Do this in remembrance of me. That's. I'm glad you brought that up. Now, did you guys really do the wine thing, Josh? I never did the wine thing. Okay. You know how
I never did either.
I do the juice. I do the juice, and we do the bread thing.
Yeah, usually mine was like the grape juice.
Yeah, I don't think, me personally, I don't think grape juice. Okay, I don't think that this is in remembrance of me. Yeah, that is from the communion. Yes, I don't think, and this is me talking, I don't think people or organizations should use alcoholic beverages because you are dealing with individuals who fight alcoholism, different types of addiction, and they're trying to make their life better. But then when they go to a particular facility, and then they trying to live right, do right, and all these different things, then boom, bam, they're faced with this, and they want to partake, but it can also, it can be a trigger. So I don't think that should be back then. In that time, how it said that Jesus saved the best for last, and it did not make them be all crazy like nowadays. You got to have an Uber, you got to have a Lyft, you got to have somebody take your keys to drive you, and so on and so forth. It's a different type of chemical makeup nowadays. It's not as how it was back then. Hold on.
You still do that?
And you did 1 cup, yeah. When I went to that particular facility, I didn't partake. I don't. Yeah.
Didn't they stop doing that because of COVID too?
I don't
Didn't
know
they
if they stopped doing. I
change
would hope that they stopped doing that because of COVID and stuff. Because no, no.
it?
Stephanie, hey Stephanie, you're a Baptist now. I'm non-denominational. I believe in the Bible. I believe in the Trinity. I used to be Baptist. I was an original Baptist. And then I was Kojic, so that was Pentecostal. Now I'm non-denominational. I believe in the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. I also understand that the Bible is not in chronological order. I do understand there are certain parts of the Bible that is missing. I also understand that um, some things are literally and some things are not. Some things are symbolism. You have to understand the Bible because some things, some people thought if someone slapped you on one side of the face, you supposed to, I mean, for real, allow them to slap you on the other side of the face. Like, stop. No, stop. That is to do the opposite of that person. Or if someone, take one eye out, take the other one out. What? Are you serious now? We all blind? What's going on? What's the problem? Like, stop. But that's how it was way back. People actually believed that this was what it's supposed to be. To me, it just don't make sense. It don't make sense. I can't trust any. Yeah, but see, what the Bible also say, trust no man, meaning mankind, and not in a negative sense. The Bible is letting us know we as mankind, human beings, we are subject to make mistakes. From the pulpit to the door where the ushers are. We as human beings, we are subject to making a mistake. We are housed in a body that is subject to make a mistake. We don't have to, but we can by the choices that we make. And that's anybody. And you don't have to go to the building to believe. You really don't. You don't
That's
have to.
true.
You don't have to go to the building. You really don't. It's nice to come together and be around people who believe as you and you enjoy being around them. It's just like if you're being around your friends and they come over your house and you enjoy each other and have a great time. There's nothing wrong with it. But that is not what's going to get you in heaven. You know, it's okay to assemble. Absolutely. It's okay to assemble for sure. And Savage said he's a Christian. I was taught religion in the Catholic Church. Yeah, and I went to took up studied Judaism. I go to church to eat to eat and fellowship. Some people that's the only meal they get in the day is when they come to the church.
Yeah.
The church that we had, the children, the parents would send them to the church to eat because they didn't have food. And one of the kids would do odds and ends around the job. I'll pay him. And me personally, I wanted him to keep the money for him and his brother because, however, the situation that was going on with the mother and so on and so forth. But I wanted to make sure that the boys had food and that they were good. So he told his mother, of course, I have nothing to do with that, how much money I gave him. And then they helped him spend it up. Say, oh, give me a Sprite and give me a Pepsi, give me this, give me that. And it was just sad to the point he wasn't able to really buy himself nothing and his brothers nothing, and you can't interfere with that. It was just a sad situation, but sometimes that's how it is, unfortunately. That's how it is.
Shelly, speaking of Sprite, if I can, it just reminded me of something. My Uber driver last night, I learned something new. She's not part of this organization, but she's known people of this organization, of this religion organization. I don't know if I can say it on here, but I'll give it a hint. They're very popular in the state of Utah. So I think pretty much everything what I'm talking about. But in their religion, they're not allowed to have caffeine in coffee, which I never knew about. But they can have Pepsi. Like she told me that the people that she knew that was in that particular religion, they were always on soda kick. Soda was their caffeine because they couldn't have like caffeine. They couldn't even drink coffee like we're allowed. We can. In their religion, it was forbidden. I thought that was kind of interesting because I never knew that before.
Really, I never heard of that.
Yeah, well, I didn't either till last night.
Some people, they look at the Old Testament and the what was it? What's the diet? What is a diet that's there that people are supposed to eat? This is the way I look at it. Some things you gotta look at our society and how things keto. Oh no, not the keto, Josh, not the keto diet. It's based upon the Bible, the Old Testament. I can't think of it now. The way I see it, and I can only speak from my perspective. No. You have to look at the society that we're in now. Also, you got to look at cost. Things were how they were back then, and it was done accordingly. However, we are where we are today. Me personally, my main focus when it comes to my Christian walk is I want to make sure that I'm lined up with the Word of God to live the life that He wants me to live.
Right.
What you do is what you do. That's between you and your higher power. I'm responsible for me and me alone. So that's how I live my life. My job is to love unconditionally. One thing is, I don't know your end. You don't know my end. I can be up today, down today, up tomorrow. It's just things. It's just so many different things that can happen in life. So I'm not in control. I just want to make sure that my life is lined up with my higher power, and that's it. And I know mine is about love, not about hate.
Right.
Exactly that part. Shall just say, and personal relationship. Exactly. I used to love Adrian. You used to. Why you don't love him anymore? Uh, Kitty. Oh, Katie, you wanted to join? Am I missing something? Let me know. I can invite you. So I sent you an invite. So that's where I'm at. And when it comes to the arguments of different of all right, peace and love you too. Okay. When it comes to when people arguing over religion, right there is a deterrent. Right there. Whenever it's an argument, that's not of God. It's not. That's not of God because right there you're splitting that love. You're splitting the idea of a sacred situation or communion that supposed to be peaceful, supposed to be of love, supposed to be of coming together, supposed to be of being having unconditional love, to now to separate, to point fingers, to hate. That don't make sense to me. It never made sense to me. It just so yeah. And I'm okay standing alone with my personal relationship with God. I'm okay with that. I don't try to put my belief on anyone. If people choose to know, I don't mind sharing, but
Mhm.
I just got to make sure I'm straight. That's it. You know, that's it. And I can make mistakes just like anybody else. I can curse just like anybody else. I choose not to. That's it. I can lie just like anybody else. I choose not to. I'm no better, no worse than the next person. Period.
Yeah.
I'm about that love and light. That's all that matters. If you got that personal relationship with God, yeah. What you doing? You
Amen.
know, that's why. That's why we was sitting here to make the world a better place. Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Absolutely. And a lot of times we get kind of off track with that. And we can't allow that. We can't allow us
But there's so
ourselves to get off
much
track.
corruption and stuff, and it's
Say it again.
sad. It's just like there's so much corruption, and
Yeah.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
So much.
Yeah.
there are, yeah.
And another thing that I'm on now is, you know how sometimes we pray for hardship or bad things to be removed, and I've done it for
Mm-hmm.
years. But now I'm on that. I have that mindset of God help me to be able to maintain during the hard time, because hard
Mm.
times are going to come, and hard times are going to last a little longer than what we want. So I think it's more important that that I have an idea with God's help on how to maintain through the hard times, because things are not
Right.
going to be perfect in this world. They're just not. We're in an imperfect world, so that means things are going to happen, and some things going to happen to some good people. Some things going to
Yeah.
happen to some awesome people. Some things going to happen to some unbelievable people, and it's going to have us have a question, why? But why would God do this? We are in an imperfect world where imperfection happens, but we have to know how to work around that and still have love, still have peace, still have the faith, still want to live, still want to build and thrive and love. Because sometimes when you constantly seeing a lot of negative stuff, it can affect your mental, and it'll make you feel like, oh
Oh
my
yeah.
gosh, it's no use. But there's still life as long as you live. You know. So that's where my mindset is, because I was always that type person. I felt like, me being a Christian, that I shouldn't go through what other people go through because I'm a Christian. My life should be perfect. But God had to show me, no, my dear, sorry. And I remember talking to my mom about it. Like, why me? I do everything right. I follow the word of God. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. Why is this going to happen to
Mhm.
me? Things are going to happen to people, period, because we're in an an
Right.
imperfect world. More
Yeah.
importantly, you have to be able to survive in this imperfect world and to keep your faith through it all, because things are going to happen. So
Yeah. And it allows us to grow.
Ad- Adrian, come on
Yeah.
now. Adrian, you're talking about
Mm-hmm.
growth? What? Come on. Man, come on.
Amen. That part.
What'd you say, Jeremy?
I said that part. Amen. Well said.
Exactly. Come on now.
I
And,
don't care if it's a relationship, you're 5 years, or anything else, the situation, you may think, well, why do I have to go through that? Why me? And yeah, sometimes, but when you look back on it, you're like, oh, okay, now I see why I had to go through all that.
yep. You never know what you have within you until you go through something.
Until it's gone. Until it's
That too.
gone.
Yeah,
That's
that
true.
too. You never know what you had until it's gone. But you never
Yeah,
know what's
exactly.
within you until things happen. You would never know, because then you're like, oh, I didn't even think I would react that way. Wow. I didn't think I would even say
Mhm.
that. You know? But you have, it's just
Right.
like you can have a land full of all this dirt, and you can tell people, oh, I have acres and acres and acres of land. And that's all you can say. But once you till the ground, is where that land becomes more valuable. And in that tilling of the ground, turning it over, breaking up the hard spot, making it softer, you're making it in a situation where now growth can come. Now you can put some seeds where you can have a garden. You see what I'm saying? But you had to break it up. You had to go through some things. You had to use certain tools to break that ground up in order to have that growth. So in life, we have to. We need to go through some things. It's just like when we were talking about the credit score. If you have no credit, the lenders don't want to give you nothing, because it's like, what?
Yeah.
We don't know what you're capable. We don't know what you're capable. We don't know what you're capable of handling here. So we don't know what you can do. We give you this money.
Yeah.
You got to show us some things. So we got to, and then another thing. A lot of times in life, it's two ways that things happen. But this is the way I see it. I only speak from how I see things. Either by your choice, or this is how it is on this side. Those are the only two. That's how I see it. By the choices we make, or is this how it is on this side? There are a lot of things we can think of that happen by the choices that we made. And then there are a lot of things that happen that we didn't make any choices with it. It just happened. So those things that just happens, I'm like, God, take me through, because things are going to happen. That's just, it's out of my control. Like the prayer of serenity, some things are going to happen out of our control, but then there are some things that are in our control. That's what I want. I want to control those things I can control, and that's based upon my choices. That's another reason why I want to get my finances in order.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of, I want to do it legal, of course. I'm not trying to do no. I want to do it the legal way, and make things better for myself.
And I have that same mindset.
Yeah, yeah. And I know it's going to take.
Which is why I love doing this is why I love doing what I'm doing.
Right.
To help people dig into direction so they can understand better and live a financial freedom and live their life. Instead of being this so-called slave thing, no, it's like, see the light. Nah.
Right. That things can get better, and there
It will
are
get better, yes. And that's
are ways that we can do it.
Even though it may be hard now, but it will get better.
Mm-hmm.
And like, here was the kicker, and I still struggle with this. And I used to have the mindset all the time. You have that mindset saying, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you just settle for that. And you got to wake up and be like, no, it's not it is what it is. I have the power to control it. If you wonder why you can't save enough money, slowly just put aside $5 a week and gradually up it up and don't touch it, and then you'll see the difference in your finances.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You got to start somewhere.
Got to start from you. The only person that's stopping you is only you.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That's right. You're the only one stopping yourself.
Right.
And that's true.
Yeah.
But it sometimes it takes a while to get it. But once you get it, you got it.
Uh-huh.
And then you can move forward. And I used to not understand. I didn't understand. Change your mindset. Change your mindset. Change your mindset. And I'm like, what? But that's true. It's important to change your
Yes.
mindset. Just like you can change, you can think good, you can think bad. You know, you have those choices. You have two choices in life. Two choices.
Yes.
And you got to make that decision. Choose what you want and then be willing to go those steps to make that happen. And
There's people that wish for things. There's people that do things.
say it again.
There's people that wish to do something. And there's some people that do the things.
They go and do it. Yeah. Yeah.
Action. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you got to do it. And that's why I like the Nike slogan. Just do it. So that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Yeah. Sometimes that's the way it is. You just gotta jump. You just gotta jump. Just don't think about it. Just jump.
Same.
Huh? Say it again.
No, the same concept.
Mm-hmm. Is that? Did she say that again, or just old one? Better place in theirs.
It's the thing. Don't let anyone stop you. Okay. I have relatives and everybody tell me what I couldn't do and this and look at me now. Okay, it's 8 years in a state that I'm doing the best thing. I'm owning a business. So don't let anyone tell you what you can't do. Only you know what your limitations are and what you are able to do.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, people will try to stop you.
Yeah.
People will try to stop you for different reasons. One, it could be they don't want to see you thrive because it will bring shame to them.
That is so true.
Because they will see you in the situation that you're in and compare it to themselves, and it's like, oh, they're able to do that. Oh my God.
Yeah, jealousy.
And that's one of the worst ones. That jealousy.
Yeah.
That jealousy have unalived a lot of people, set a lot of people up.
But the thing is, it's like, why be? Because again, the only thing that's stopping you is yourself. So, yeah, there's no need to be jealous.
Right.
Especially today, we have so much technology and so many. Oh my God, the opportunities are endless now. Like really endless.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone is talented to something.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just you gotta do it. Do it.
The opportunity is out there for everyone. You just make that decision. Is that if that's what you want to do?
But first, you have to find yourself. You have to find yourself.
Oh my God, you saying something there, Jeremy? Come on now.
And then you go from there.
Come on.
Okay,
now.
And then you learn what you do. Then you do it, and then you teach it.
There you go. There you go. And that's a journey. That is a journey. And remember, like when I was on the YouTube, I would say, love yourself, know yourself, be yourself, change yourself, to improve yourself. That's a journey. And I've been on that journey, and that's going to be a journey of life. Because to know yourself, you have to go through some things to know yourself. It's like when you go on an interview, and they ask you, so tell me what your weaknesses are.
You're like, I don't answer that?
It's like, what?
My weaknesses?
I hate that question.
Right. That's pretty handy for me getting hired.
What would you say, Adrian? What are your weaknesses?
I would be like, well, I tell you, will this affect me getting hired or not?
It won't affect you being hired.
It's like, I'm not telling you.
No, to be honest, I don't think I would tell them.
Okay.
No.
Because I'm like, for one, you're not someone that's in my close circle that needs to know that. Because if you do know my weakness, you don't know me that well. You could turn my weakness and use that to your advantage.
That's it.
Hey, guy, come drink some water.
Right. They can use it against you.
Right. Yeah, but then when they talking on the interview, it's like, well, we all have weaknesses. However, my weaknesses will not stop me from doing this job.
Right.
But sometimes we as human beings, we don't know our weaknesses. We don't know. We don't know that stopping point. We don't know when enough is enough.
Not only that, Chelle, but your weakness can also be too after time too, because you may not know now, but you'll know it down the road. Because everyone, this is a learning curve, right? So everybody learns, and actually, their weakness can be their strength.
Right, that weakness can turn into your strength over time. Right, exactly. To the point it's no longer a weakness. Exactly.
See, I'm not ashamed to say one of my weaknesses is I'm a yes person and a people pleaser.
Oh my God.
And that has challenges.
That can be very hurtful in, I would say, relationships, jobs,
everything pretty much.
Life. Because it's not yes for you. It shouldn't be yes for anybody else.
Right.
When it's coming from you. No.
Right.
And why should you feel bad? Because I used to be like that. And I had a breakdown. I had a psychotic break. Big time. And my life has never been the same ever since. It's been better because I'm in tune with me now. But I couldn't say no. When I was at work, I would do 12-hour shifts. I worked in the medical field. I worked in the ER, cardiac floor, fast paced, boom, 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 boom. You had to know this, you had to know that. You just do. You had to make it happen. And it just became overwhelming for me to the point I went to put gas in the car, and my mom was living with me at the time, and it was her card, and I brought the card back to her. What you doing? Brought the card back to her, and I was sitting in the car, and I couldn't get out the car. I was just sitting there. I was conscious of where I was. I saw my house, but I couldn't physically open my door. And I couldn't speak. So one of my neighbors was sitting out there, and she saw that I was sitting in the car for a while. And she just so happened to come over and say, "Are you okay?" And all I could say, my mom, just constantly, just over and over and over and over and over and over again. So then she went to the door and told my mom that I needed her. So my mom came to the door, to the car, helped me up the house. I couldn't hardly walk. And I just mumbling over and over and over and over. I mean, like when I say out of control, I had no control over it. It was like an out of body experience. I heard myself, I saw myself, but I couldn't control myself. I had bird sounds I was making. I kept repeating everything over and over and over and over again. So then my brother came in town. My mom called my brother. I didn't want to go out the front because I was shaking at the same time, out of control. So I didn't want my neighbors to see me, and I didn't want to go down all these stairs. So we went out the back. Long story short, went to the hospital. Of course, me being me, my color, live in the city, drugs, has to be drugs. She's on drugs. Okay? Immediately. They did the panel. Of course, no drugs, because no drugs was involved. And so Then, okay, if it's nothing physical, then it's psych. I had a psychotic break. And I tell anybody, we all have a breaking point.
Yeah.
And whenever you find yourself thinking about a job or a situation before you even get there, where you're visualizing what's going to happen, you're visualizing the people, you just know you see every detail of that place, assuming exactly how it's going to be before you even get there. There's a time for you to exit. You got to make an exit because now this is consuming you. So, and I said that because I was the type person when I was at work, I had no room to say no. I felt like I had to say yes. I had to do everything that was asked of me. Whereas other people, yeah, they could say no or walk away or whatever. I felt like I could not do that. And it became too much for me. And this didn't just happen in a year, this happened over years. It built up over time. And that was my breaking point. So, Adrian, you got to turn that around. If you don't make the step to turn it around, your mind will do it for you, but you don't know where you're going to end up.
I mean, there's times where I'll be like, I'm in situations where I'm like, I'll think about it for 1 second. They'll ask me, you want to do this or can you do that? And I will immediately almost say yes. I'm like, oh, no, my turn be, I don't know, maybe, we'll see. But that's my other language of saying no, but not actually saying no.
And when that's being heard, it's like, oh, okay, you still want to do it. Okay, you saying maybe. No, I can't do it. No, I can't. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't do it. And leave it there. They're managed. Believe me, they're managed. And if they love you, they'll understand. Because I used to think I couldn't say no to my family. And when I shared that with my mother and my family, my siblings, they laughed. They was like, what? I felt like I couldn't say no to them. And they had to let me know, if you can't do something, you can let us know if you can't do anything. What made you think that you couldn't say that?
Yeah.
Right.
But that's sometimes you have an outside activity going on around you, and then you have some things going on in here that's totally different from what's going on outside. So in here, I'm like, I can't say no to them.
Yeah. I mean, I had one of my good friends, she texted me this afternoon and she was like, hey, what you doing? She's like, there's this band playing tonight in our city. And then she's like, they're selling chicken wings. And I was like, oh, okay. And she's like, they're going to be singing. And she's like, I want to go.
Okay.
And then she asked me, then she's like, we should go. That's another term for her to say we should go. And I'm thinking, at first I was like, oh, that sounds fun. Then like a second later, I'm like, oh, no, I was at my friend's house yesterday. She just got out of the hospital. She's better. Awesome. I was at her house till about 11:30 last night. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I was maybe planning to stay home tonight, just relax in the evening. And so I thought about it. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it. And then she texts me later, and she's like, do you want to go with me? We should go. And I said, oh, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure. And then she texts me back, and she's like, oh, you should go to get out and have some fun and listen to some music. And I felt like, when she said that, I almost felt obligated to be like, oh, I should say yeah, because she'll get mad if I don't go. Mm. But then I just put a check mark in her comment, and I didn't say much after that.
Okay.
You know.
So
So answer this. What do you think would happen if you speak your mind and say,
I just
no, I'm not going to go. I'm going to get some rest today.
she would probably still trying to hesitate for me to go with her still, but I don't know. Maybe she'll get hint that I don't want to go. She's more of a outgoing, out person, and for me, sometimes there's some days I'm like a homebody. I don't want to go out. As I got older, I'm 40 years old now, so it's like there's times where after like 8 o'clock, you want to ask me to go out somewhere. Most likely, no.
Right.
But no, this was in the afternoon, so it was kind of like, okay, I still had time left there, I'll go. But I just wasn't in the mood to just go and be around loud music and hear people sing and, spending money on food that I technically don't need to spend on. Like, I got food here. Just trying to, budget my money. So it's kind of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not saying I never want to have the opportunity to go with her when she does those events, but it's like those events for me, being around something like that, I got to prepare myself and have the very what's what I'm looking for, the energy, I guess you can say.
Yeah, that too.
The
Yeah.
mood, the mood to want to go and be around that
and enjoy
environment.
it. Right, and enjoy it. Yeah, and you want the money too.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But I say never be. It's not. It. It's kind of weird to say it's a friend, but then you can't be yourself. It's like
Right.
what? So start uh, challenging that friendship, meaning really be you. Express you, not being mean. I'm saying, well, no, not today, but another time. But I'm gonna do something else today. But you can go ahead and enjoy yourself. Even if she keep coming back, you stay in your ground. Don't come back as being unsure, because then in her mind, okay, she's gonna try to persuade you on the yes part. Just say no. I'm gonna just go home, but you go ahead and enjoy yourself, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Tell me about it sometime tomorrow. You can do something like that if you want.
Right.
Because if it's a friend, you should be able to be yourself around a friend, and a friend should understand and also know you. How long have you known her?
I've known her for, let's see, we're going on 18, 19, about 9 years now. Almost about 9 years.
So are you saying for 9 years you haven't really been yourself?
No, I've been myself. I mean, we used to work together. So
Well, I
that's how
mean,
we met.
in terms of saying yes, no, kind of thing?
Some parts, yeah. Okay. Some parts, and sometimes it's been like a maybe because I felt like pressure that I needed to go with her. She made me feel like I needed to go with her. I wasn't in the mood to go. She kept on giving hints. I know how she is. She'll give and her wording is hints that she wants me to go with her. And I'm already setting my mood where I don't really know if I want to do that or go there or do this.
Right. Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember Marcus, the millionaire?
Marcus.
Yeah. Remember the millionaire?
Oh yes.
He just came on the.
Did he just win the recent Powerball money?
Right. The millionaire. Okay. Yeah, he just came on YouTube. That's so funny. How are you, Marcus? Yeah. So don't yeah, work. I will work on that, because That's not a good place to be. That's not a good feeling. I know how that can feel. You know.
Yeah. Me too.
But see, the crazy thing with my other friend is totally different. With her, it's like we'll do stuff, or we'll want to do. She'll ask me, "You want to, do this, or let's do that, da, 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 da." And I'll be like, "No, not today, but maybe tomorrow." And she's cool with it. But see, with her, I've known her for 18 years.
Okay.
I don't know if that's different or just the relationship, whatever. So I don't know.
Mhm. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, then you can have different types of friends in different levels too.
That is true. That is
You
very
know,
true.
some friends you can be a little bit more open with and detailed, and then there are some other ones you might not share, but so
Yeah.
much with.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
but I just think if you're gonna have people around you in your circle, it's important to feel comfortable. If it's a no, it's a no, and it should be respected. If it's a yes, it's a yes. It should be respected. Um, because otherwise, it seems like it's going to be some pressure. It's not going to be comfortable.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
And I hate to bring this up.
Mhm.
I don't know if this plays a role in the relationship. They did say to me a while back that they weren't sure about. They told me directly. She's like, Adrian, I don't know how much I can be and be friends with these people. I'm gonna say it like this: that are supporting number 45.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
I was kind of like, ooh.
You know what? What is it? Religion, politics. What else?
All
And
the above.
if you know the I would say, I guess because I'm on TikTok, I guess I say the rainbow. If you support the rainbow, I don't think I should say the other thing.
Yeah.
Those three can break up families,
Exactly.
friends, based upon your stance. And to me, that's not right.
No, I,
To
I,
me,
I'm not.
that's not
I'm
right.
not that way towards
Ooh,
people that may go that route or go a different route. I mean, as long as you treat me with respect and your character, and you don't
hello,
act funny,
That's it. Yeah.
then okay.
hello.
Don't be coming to me with all these. Just because I may not support who you support,
Right,
and you coming at me because,
right.
and then you trying to tell me and act funny,
Hmm.
that's when I'm gonna have a problem.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Because once they are trying to change you to
Yeah.
think and to be like them, that is a form of manipulation.
Yeah.
And that right there is something that you don't need. I'm sorry,
Nope.
I do not fall in love with it.
No.
In my
Nope.
own self, that's it. You don't
Mm-mm.
like it? Well, okay.
Mm-mm.
See, see, this is why I do not talk to a lot of people, just people in my own small circle
Mm-hmm.
and my family.
Mm-hmm.
I talk to about politics, about this upcoming situation going on, because I don't talk to regular. I had one of my Uber drivers who was saying to me in the car. After that, he was listening to the radio,
Mm-hmm.
and he was just going on and on and on about number 45 and how number 45 is blah, 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 blah. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, I hear what you're saying, but I don't want to go and talk about all this. I'm trying to get to my destination.
Mm-hmm.
I may agree with you on some things, but you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, no, not today.
Right. And you have that right. You
Yeah.
have that right. We
Yeah.
all have that right. And when it becomes aggressive and
Mm-hmm.
poking
They
and
try to shove it down your throat.
yes, and calling you names and
Yeah.
what? Are you serious? And you want me?
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, 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 no.
Like, well, first of all, they're not even respecting you anyway in that matter.
No.
And it's like, well, if you don't like what I believe in this and that, well, I'm gonna throw it down your. You can't do that.
Freedom of
And see,
speech.
this is why I sit back and I watch people, analyze people, especially on social media when we're in this season. I be watching people and their response and their action with this going on. And when I be seeing them post certain things or say certain things, they may not think I don't know, but I do know. Mm-hmm. And I be like, okay, now I know I can't be saying this around them or bring up this because it'll turn into a whole can of worms.
But see,
the shoe's gonna drop.
Right, but see, now I'm the type person. This is how I feel. I should be able to, and you should be able to, speak your truth of how you believe on whatever it is, and I should be able to do the same. We don't have to agree. We do not have to agree.
We're adults.
Exactly, but I'm going to respect you, and you're going to respect me.
Right.
If I see you and you need help, I'm going to help you because you are a human being. Forget all that other stuff. And I want you to do the same for me. I don't want you to put a label on me because of what I believe. And then you want to, limit me to whatever. And I do the same for you. No, 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 no. Freedom of speech, freedom of choice. We have that as human beings, period.
Right.
When you start restricting people, labeling people, punishing people based upon the freedom that they have, that don't make sense. That's like, okay, this is your house, free and clear. Here are the keys. They put it in your hand. You open the door. They call the police saying that you tried to break in. When does that make sense? That don't make sense. Come on now. I got freedom of speech. I got freedom to choose. And then you want to punish me for my choices when I don't choose or believe how you believe and choose? What is that? I don't understand.
Yeah. I don't understand that either. And it doesn't make sense. It's just too much labor. It's still all this hate. And that's another thing. I can't stand it. It's like, aren't we supposed to pass that? Come on, surpass all that? Come on. We're supposed to learn better in the 21st century. Come on now.
You think.
And you don't, because they want to keep bringing that back. It's like, come on. You want to talk about peace? Well, where's the peace?
Right.
Yep.
That's one of the corruption.
Those three things, man, can turn a house.
It sure can.
Upside down. And it's like, why are we allowing this? Why are
there
we
are
allowing
people who
it?
got divorced over this, which is crazy.
Yeah. People are going to unalive themselves in this situation here.
Yeah.
And they're going to try to take others in this situation. Out of anger, out of hate. I never could understand stuff like that. I really couldn't. It's like, what? Are you serious? You're gonna punish?
But you know what? We're all different in our own ways, but we're all human. So we're supposed to respect that and love unconditionally. Hello.
That's where people don't understand the unconditional love, because I think a lot of people feel that if they love you, that means that they go along with whatever it is that you do. That's not what it is. Unconditional love is, I love you as a human being, not what you do or don't do. I just love you. Period.
As a human being.
Exactly. Period. That's it. Not what you give me, not how you look, not how you talk, not what you do for me. I just love the YOU. Period.
Yeah.
meet you face to face. I don't have to know the color of your skin. I don't have to know the language barrier. I don't have to know how many teeth you have in your mouth or not. I don't need to know if you can speak or not. I just love you as a human being.
The
Period.
of
That's it. That's
the
it.
people, right?
That's it.
And you're supposed to look at people inside too,
Yeah.
not outside of the Yeah.
What you do, what you say, how you live has nothing to do with me. Meaning, if it's not affecting me, what's the problem?
Exactly.
Okay.
If you live, if you're a neighbor and you may have parties and so on and so forth, okay, that's fine. As long as your trash not coming on my property, you as long as it's like you're not causing me a problem. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
let's live together. Let's come together here, even without differences.
Right.
We can come
Exactly.
together. You know.
Grow too with differences, and people can learn from each other. That's the problem too. People are not listening to learn.
Yep.
It's like, hello, you. And I hate to say this, but some people are very sensitive to things. But it's like, but you gotta learn. If you're just too sensitive to things, it's how are you going to be able to grow, to learn, to be better?
You can't. You can't. Yeah. We're all different individual, and we all have different mindsets. At the end of the day, you know, we supposed to love, and we can't even do that. So,
Right.
you know,
Amen to that.
like Lord help us all, you know. And those
It
three.
drives me nuts when people go against one another because of who they are, who they love, or whatever. It's like, why do you care so much?
Yeah.
If it doesn't affect you,
It has nothing to do with you.
What?
It's like when
just
I eat. Look. When I eat. Okay, 3 of them.
Right. Yeah.
Did these calories add to your body?
Nope.
Did it add calories to your body? You know what I mean?
That's another thing.
Did it
But
make your sugar glucose go up or down or whatever? No.
Right. No. Right.
What?
Yeah, they'll be like, "Oh, you too big." You know.
Well, what? You know, if anything, it shows how narrow a lot of us as human beings are. Because remember, years ago, they just assumed big people like myself, we ate too much. But in reality, as researchers have brought to light, is not that. A lot of times, people my size and more, we don't eat a lot of food. We may eat a lot in one setting, but we don't eat a lot of food. Whereas when you eat like 4 to 6 or 6 to 8 meals a day, the body learns that you're going to feed it. And so it'll go ahead and burn what it got. Because they know, okay, you're going to feed it. But when you eat once a day or twice a day, the body say, oh, we got to hold on to this because I don't know when she's going to feed me again. And that's how come we store more. Because we don't eat many meals a day. And I'm not saying like large meals a day. You know what I mean?
Right.
But they just assume that we just stayed at the table and ate all day, every day. No. You speak to a small person, small frame person, ask them how many meals a day they eat. They'll tell you. They eat about 4 to 6 meals a day. They might say, I eat some peanuts, an apple, some raisins, a sandwich here, sandwich there. Then I might eat a full meal, dinner time. I have protein drinks and so on and so forth. Like for me today, what did I have today? Today, let's see, what did today say? Oh, by the way, yeah. All I had was a Taco Bell breakfast thing.
Yeah.
And 3 of these. That's it. and water and peanuts and some gum.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
it.
gum that don't really count.
Right. You
I
know,
don't count it.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So people just don't know. They don't understand. And then a lot of times it's hormonal. I have hypothyroidism, which means it
Right.
takes a longer time for me to even lose weight. And then
Yeah.
I have the
The
pituitary
thyroid.
tumor.
Yeah.
And then I have the pituitary tumor that affects me losing weight. So I can do a lot of
Oh.
things, but it won't my result won't be as someone else. So I
Right.
don't
So,
let that. Huh?
question. So if someone doesn't have a thyroid, it would take a really long time for them to lose weight, correct? Because the thyroid controls that.
Yeah, but usually if they don't have a thyroid, they're on medication.
Yeah, they are. Okay. And
Yeah.
that can make you gain weight too.
It can make you gain. It makes you not be able to lose weight as fast as you would if everything was balanced right.
Yeah.
It's a hormonal
No.
thing.
I take a thyroid medication on a daily basis.
Yeah, same here.
But it says to take it on an empty stomach.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I need to ask my doctor about it. I think does that help control my thyroid? Because if I don't take it, then would I just like blow up more quicker? Or and when I do take it,
it's playing a part. From my understanding, because I take 11-thyroxine.
That's what I take too.
Okay, I take it every day because I have hypothyroid. So mine is still active, but it needs assistance. So that's why the doctor prescribed the levothyroxine to assist because it's not 100% active. Then some people have had hyperthyroidism where it was overactive and then they couldn't hold on to the weight, and then they may have to have their thyroid taken out, and then they're on medication for the rest of their life.
Oh, gotcha.
So it depends on the situation. So if I was to have my thyroid removed, then I would be 100% on medication. But since my thyroid still works some, they can just aid it with the medication.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how that works.
Yeah, that's something I'm gonna ask my doctor.
Yeah.
Let's get more educated on my thyroid and what's going on with my thyroid, so I can get more educated about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because all of it plays a part. Your hormones, all of it plays a part.
Yeah.
With your body, the way you think, your sleep, your mood, all of that, it plays a part.
And I know what certain foods will trigger me to gain it quickly, and what foods will trigger.
Yeah.
If I stop eating that and just go where I can quickly.
Yeah.
And the key for me, the big kicker for me is moderation and consuming.
Yeah. How are you, love? How are you? She's an awesome screamer here. She stands on what she believes. She's not concerned about if people support her or not. She's definitely. I'm glad you're doing good. She has some very interesting lives. I'm doing well. Cannot complain. All is well. Thank God. All is well. Yeah. For me now, I have done better. I'm doing better because I used to do the fast food restaurants, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's just
that would get me gained real quick.
Yeah,
I did that every day.
and I can feel my body like it swells after I eat it. Like the outer part of the body swells after I eat it, and it's like, what is that? That's kind of weird to me. So I know I have to be careful when it comes to certain food. And at a point in time, I think as you get older, the body begins to reject the food that you used to eat. Because it's like it's a max out time. It's like, nah, I'm sorry, girl. We can't handle that no more. You got to let that go.
because I was over at my uncle's place a couple of weeks ago because my mom didn't have no power, and my uncle's friend went and got some food, and I was like, I guess. And he went and got some Wendy's. Now, I really don't want to eat that stuff, but he comes back with it, and then let me tell you, I haven't had Wendy's in I don't know how long, which is a good thing. But the moment I took a little bite of that burger, my taste bud was like, this is nasty. And I just did not eat the rest of that food or the fries and threw it out.
Wow.
Yes. My taste bud was not even having it.
Oh my God.
Now, 5 years ago, I could have ate that. But now, Wendy's food to me
don't go
nasty.
back to it. Don't, Adrian, don't go back to it. Don't go back to it.
I haven't had any of that stuff in 3 years, believe it or not.
That's awesome.
That is Taco Bell, but
Yeah.
as far as like Wendy's, like McDonald's or anything, it's been 3 years now. And yeah,
See, my
I know
doctor told me to stay away from the fast food because that's the processed food. Processed food is anything that has been modified from the original to something else. And anytime you can order food at one window and it's done at the next window, you know some modification has been done to that food. I mean, come on, you know, for that fast. Whereas a real burger don't take less than a minute. A real burger don't take a minute. You see, but you can go right to one window and pay, and then there's your burger the next time right there. So there's some modification that has happened to that real beef or turkey or whatever the meat that you're eating for that to happen so quickly. And I didn't understand that a long time. I had to do my research. I had to really think to what is she saying? What is this really about? So that's why I start buying some fruits, some vegetables, and then I eat the raw vegetables, and I'll eat the fruit, and then I'll cook in my slow cooker and things like that. But and once in a while, now as for the Golden Arch, I haven't been there over 2 years.
I can't eat that no more either.
You know.
I know.
Yeah. So I do the crown and the ponytails once in a while, and the bell. So I'm just gonna start just alleviating it over time and just be done. And I'll just pack my little lunch and have it with me.
Yeah, because I think the Golden Arch is cancer food, to be honest.
Me too. It was a video on here. Somebody had a burger for 20 years. I don't know how they actually monitor that, so I'm not sure. But when they opened it, it looked as if they just bought it. So that's kind of scary.
Yeah,
that's kind of scary. Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna lie though. The only two fast food places that I once in a while may go to that I really still like, and my taste buds are good with it, is I don't know if you guys have Culver's up there.
Yeah, we do.
Culver's and of course Chick-fil-A.
Oh yeah. I like their wafer French fries. I like their wafer French fries.
Yeah.
But I haven't been to Chick-fil-A in a while though.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been to Chick-fil-A in a while either.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been there. And I'm just trying to alleviate them, period, and just cook my own food and just eat a little bit cleaner, because it's not helping me. And I don't want diabetes, and I keep saying I don't want it, but I have to really make sure I do the right things so I don't get it.
And the majority of the time, if I want me a nice hamburger, I'm not going to the Golden Arches or Burger King. Most of the time, I'm just going to go buy me some ground beef at the store, mainly lean, and make it myself. Yeah. Unless I'm at a good restaurant, maybe like Chili's, and I'm craving a burger, I go to burger from there.
Right. Now,
other than that, I'm making my own hamburger.
Right. Where they're going to actually cook that meat in the kitchen and going to take a little bit to come to your table. Yeah, that's a little different. Exactly. Yeah. That's a little different. Yeah, I'm just like, man, I just got to let it go. And then, see, with my anxiety, going to the fast food restaurants worked perfectly for me. I'm in the car. It's just me. I
People
pay.
can't
You
see you.
know,
You can eat in the car.
exactly. You know, it's like, okay, thank you. Oh, thank you. Is
Yeah.
you're going about your business. Whereas you go in the grocery store, which God is blessing me to do better with that. I either do headsets, or I'll be talking to my mom, or I just put more positive things in my mind, and I just focus on what I got to get from the store, and I just keep it moving. And I have my prayers, say my prayers and things of that nature,
Yeah.
and keep going. And I'll go in the store, get what I have to get, and I'm out of there. But other times it's like fast food. Oh yeah, I go here, sure, and I'll pull over in the little corner, eat my little food, clean myself up, and keep on going.
Yeah.
Take my vitamins, and I'm done for the day and stuff. But yeah, I don't want to stop
Yeah.
myself.
There was one time, Shelly, a while back, I went to the store
Hmm.
and I just was focused on getting what I need to get. But when I walked into this particular store, to your right, there is a lovely bakery department.
Oh no.
So I did my best to fight myself. I was fighting myself inside and out not to go near that bakery department.
Hmm.
Well, I looked over,
Hmm.
but I know myself. The moment I go sleeping over there, just to look around the bakery department, it's gonna be over.
Hmm.
Because I'm gonna find something I'm gonna get. And thank God,
Uh-huh.
I was happy with myself.
Uh-huh.
I did not go near that bakery department that
Oh
day.
wow, that's so powerful, Adrian. What?
Yeah,
Oh my
and I like
God.
sweets.
That's so powerful. That's a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, oh my goodness. Keep fighting it. Don't yield to it. Don't
Yeah,
yield to it. Oh my gosh. It's because it's not gonna as you continue to fight from it, it's not gonna taste right. You're not even gonna
right, right.
recognize that taste that drew you in, you're not even gonna recognize it. It's gonna be nasty.
Uh-huh.
You're not gonna like it. That's awesome. I used to love the sweets and stuff, but I don't have that appetite right now. I don't. The reason why I got those, a couple reasons. I was at PetSmart taking Chica to get her nails done, and for them to brush her out and stuff. And matter of fact, I had to learn something by going there because I thought they were going to trim her too, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. Go. Anyway, so then I saw the Krispy Kreme right up the road there. I was like, oh, okay, let me see what's on my card. So I had enough to get 3 of the donuts, and I said, well, let me just go ahead and get those. So, and it was right there, so I went on and got them. And but they were good. I enjoyed them. They were good. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
okay. I don't need them. I don't need any more. It's like I'm good now. That's fine. You know.
Yeah, you got that little swallow the craving out the way.
Yeah, I'm good. It's not. It's okay. It's not. And I don't want to. This is my prayer, and my mom helped me with this. This is my prayer. I don't want to crave those things that is going to hurt me, because sometimes we can desire a lot of things that will hurt us, and I don't want to do that. I
Uh-huh.
prefer to crave things that's going to help me, and because I am getting older and I want to be able to continue to take care of myself as I get older. Sometimes when people get older, then they can't take care of themselves. They're in a nursing home or
Yeah.
assisted living, some type of facility, or they have to have someone to care for them. That's fine if you do have decent people to care for you. But me have worked in the medical field over 26 plus years. I've seen some things, and I know there's only a handful of decent caregivers out there at the bedside that will care for you with that love and concern. So it's like I don't want to, experience that. You know what I mean? The bad part of it. So I want to be able to take care of myself until my dying days. And
Uh-huh.
so I'm
Right.
trying to, do things even now as I get older and things like that. So I want to crave for things that are more beneficial to me. And now that I have those thoughts in the forefront, it makes me more conscious of what I'm eating, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the way that works. That's the way it works.
Yeah, because you want to, Lord willing, and I know we all do, I do, you want to be able to, like at 90, be able to walk around without relying on a walker,
Yeah. Oh my
maybe not a
gosh.
cane,
Yeah.
a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Because we all see people who have 90, and you're like, they walk around, and you're like, well, I'll be.
Mm-hmm.
God bless you.
Mm-hmm.
What's your secret?
Right. You say,
Yeah.
you ain't 90. Show me your birth certificate. That's a fake birth certificate. You ain't 90. You know? It's like, wow. But there are some people that live longer than that, you know, and it's based upon how they live, you know.
Yeah.
I almost thought that was Gwen right there. That profile. Linda. I thought that was almost Gwen. I was like, oh my gosh. That is something, yeah. So I mean, we on the right track. We're changing our mindset. We're more aware than where we were before. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna get ready to get off of here and take care of some business.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad you were able to get on here, man.
Yes.
We're
I
gonna do
know.
this again.
You, Jeremy.
Yeah, we're gonna
Thank
do
you,
this
Adrian.
again.
Been a while.
I know. Been a minute. A minute.
Yeah, right.
I also,
Yeah, so
yes,
much.
and I also what TTV stands for. Streamer.
What does it stand for? Say it again.
Twitch TV.
Oh, that's right.
Twitch.
Yeah, he's a gamer. He's a gamer too.
Yes, I'm a gamer and networker on there.
He's doing a lot. Jeremy.
And also into the finance department. So I'm doing a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
Financial coaching.
Yep.
Jeremy, do you still got my number?
I should.
Okay.
You know what? You might have to text it to me here because
I'll do that.
Yeah, can you DM him?
Yeah.
All right, do that, and then he'll be able to get it. Yeah, definitely. We don't want to lose contact. We've been around a long time, you know.
Oh, yeah. Almost 10 years, believe it or not.
Yeah, how about that, right? 2016.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, I tell you. Oh, thank you, Jesus.
10 years, yeah.
Yeah, so you know how it is. Love yourself, know yourself, be yourself, change yourself to improve.
Improve, yeah.
Yourself. Me, yourself. All right, guys, I love you all. Elmo, you, and we will do this again.
All right, take care, y'all. Love y'all.
All right, you take care, Adrian. Love you all. All right, take care.
Take care.
Elmo's, okay.
Elmo.
All right. I'm picking with my ear as if it was something in it, and it's not, but it feels like it, but it's not. Okay, so, all right. Well, let's see. What can I do here? It's been so long. It's been fun, though. This is awesome. I miss you guys. I'll be back again. I promise. As a promise. It's nice to see you all. It's nice to see you all again. Okay.